We are 12 hours, I guess, out from I'm donating my kidney tomorrow at UTMC. My dad was in full kidney failure and in need of a kidney, and I stepped forward, definitely willing. I mean, I don't think that it's that admirable. I think that who wouldn't help their dad? Everything was fine. It was a go. I was a good match, and we were going ahead with the procedure. And I think it was about a week before that we found out that things had changed in his antigens, and I was no longer going to be able to donate, which was completely heartbreaking for me. I went home and I was so distraught, and I told my dad, what they had said and stuff, and told him, but don't worry, Dad, because I signed us up for the paired donation. And he received his kidney in December, I think 10th, from just a beautiful spirit named Ethel.
With Andrea, she's a wonderful person for donating her kidney. Initially it was supposed to be for me, but now she's getting a chance to basically make somebody else's life much better than living without a kidney.
Here I am now, what I consider to be paying it forward. I'm just trying to do what I feel is the right thing, because what happens if, she wouldn't have given to my dad, then, it kind of, I don't know where we'd be, honestly.
Give him not the snake, but a receipt.
So I've now done about 400 kidney transplants, and it has never lost its specialness to me. When that kidney goes from being a dead organ that's been sitting in a box of ice to a red pink kidney that's producing urine is going to change the life of the person I've just put it into. It's an incredibly satisfying feeling.
It's definitely a family decision. It was definitely, but I think that just as much as I don't want to see him in pain and everything that he was going through and feel helpless, like I can't do anything. I think it's the same thing. I don't think parents want to see their children in pain and not be able to do anything about it, but I think the biggest thing to remember here is that it's not just frivolous, it's not for no reason. There's definitely a cause here, and I feel extremely grateful to be able to do it.
That's pretty good.
Hey, thanks, Dad.
We performed a left laparoscopic donor nephrectomy. That's a removal of the left kidney to transplant into a recipient.
Well, my job is basically just to receive the kidney after it's been removed and to put a special solution through it that preserves the kidney until the kidney can be transplanted.
Currently, the kidney is en route to Detroit Metro Airport, where it will catch a commercial flight to Baltimore, Maryland. There, a courier will take the kidney to Johns Hopkins, and it will be transplanted later this afternoon.
At the same time we're doing this, a kidney from Hopkins, by chance, is coming back here to Toledo, where we'll be transplanting it into yet another patient whose wife wanted to give him a kidney but can't, and will be the next bridge donor in this chain.
In the world of organ transplants, finding the right match is everything. Donors are scarce compared with the need. Waiting lists notoriously long and wrapped in red tape.
I started my career here at the University of Toledo and plan to work in a laboratory trying to come up with these creative ways to produce organs. And I went to one of the meetings that we had, and at that meeting, one of the topics that I heard was this concept of kidney paired donation. I'd never heard of it before, and I thought it was a really neat idea, because whereas some of the other things I'd been working on to try to produce organs was going to take many years, In fact, paired donation is something that could make it work today.
Paired donation works in a way that if your blood type is incompatible or your tissue type is incompatible, you do switching in a sense of kind of like a kidney swap. So instead of you getting the direct person who wants to donate to you directly, you get essentially a stranger's kidney and vice versa for the opposite pair.
All of the patient information is input and stored for later calculation. And then once all the patients that are available are in the system, a match run is able to be started, and it goes out and analyzes all of the various pairs and identifies those that are the best match and try to bring to the top the best patient match pairs that are out there so they can go ahead and do the transplant.
There are so many people on the wait list waiting for organs, and a lot of those folks are highly sensitized, so paired donation gives them that option to find someone out there who's willing to help, and it gives them a living kidney, so it gives them that extra life that a deceased donor can't offer, and all the while they're still on that deceased donor list, so it's like they'll get 2 lists, they get 2 chances. But it just really offers more of a chance for the organs to be out there for folks who are in desperate need for a kidney.
From ABC News headquarters, this is World News with Charles Gibson.
Finally tonight, a new approach to an old medical dilemma facing so many people in this country: the wait for an organ donor.
It all started with Matt Jones, a 28-year-old father of 4. Last week, he made the unusual decision to donate his kidney to a complete stranger.
Originally, I saw a story on CNN about a guy from Pennsylvania that had gone to Colorado and donated a kidney to a woman, and went online to check it out. I had been a blood donor before that, and was also on the bone marrow registry, and I just really wasn't aware that you could donate an organ unless it was a family member, and found out otherwise.
There have only been several hundred altruistic donors, kidney donors, since people have been doing kidney transplants. It used to be a really rare thing, and then in the past few years, as more and more people are aware of the need, they have become interested in just being an altruistic or Good Samaritan donor.
Suddenly the concept of the never-ending chain popped into my mind, and I could just see these chains going on forever. And that's really exciting, because essentially what it does is it magnifies the altruism of that first donor.
Dr. Reese and I had talked initially before the surgery, and he was telling me this idea he had about this chain and asking if I was willing to do that. And I said, you know, if one person gets a kidney, then great. If 2 people do, that's even better. And if it goes farther, that's even better yet.
And what's amazing about this, through the actions of each altruistic donor, they have started a significant domino effect. This is a chain that can't be broken.
Every year, people die that don't need to die. And they're dying because people are uninformed about the fact that there's other options. You know, you don't have to wait till you die to give an organ to somebody. And, you know, I think that the more people that are aware of the chains and the paired donations, you know, that's what's going to really make a big difference on the people that are on the waiting list.
Wouldn't it be amazing to see somebody get off dialysis and walk their daughter down the aisle? With the Alliance for Paired Donation, we want to do that. We want to see that father and daughter walk down that aisle together. But it's not going to take just the team. It's going to take the public to be involved as well.
The average kidney that comes from a dead person will last in somebody for about 8.5 years, where if you can get a living person's kidney, those last on average for about 16.5 years. Now, my dream is that one day we will produce an additional 3,000 kidney transplants a year on top of what we're already doing. And if we're able to do that, and each of those kidneys lasts on average just 15 years, that would be 45,000 extra years of life that we create every year in America through this concept of kidney paired donation and the never-ending altruistic donor chain.
So today is one day post-op, and you know, it's just nice to have a sense of accomplishment, to put a nice little pretty bow tied on a nice package, and that's what it feels like. It feels like we wrapped it all up, and it's a beautiful thing, and I will never, obviously never forget it. It's something that will stay with me for probably forever, and I hope in return my kids will think that this is something important, and they'll be just as passionate about it as I am.